Did the Chicago Bears sabotage one Allen Robinson? Let's talk about it. What is going on, y'all? Faiz Sports all back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL and here to talk about the Chicago Bears. So if you're a Bears fan, please make sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below. Make sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And guys, as always, hit the bell icon so you're notified every time I drop a new video. All right, people. So in case you missed this, on Twitter, what happened was basically we had, a fan, or I don't know if it was a reporter, tweet about how the Bears liked Allen Robinson so much, and I'm paraphrasing here, that they basically gave him this money, even though they didn't give him an extension, but they gave him this money and they sabotaged him by scheming him out of the offense last season, to which Allen Robinson himself commented and said 3 numbers. He said 154, 151, and 66. And those numbers refer to the targets per year for Allen Robinson the last 3 seasons. 154 in 2019, 151 in 2020, and 66 in 2021. So huge drop off there for A-Rob last season. So let's talk about this, right? The question is, did the Bears purposely sabotage Allen Robinson last season? And the short answer could be, I don't believe so. But I think it's more complicated than that, all right? Let's look at this at a higher level, okay? The Bears had a major quarterback change from 2019, 2020 to 2021, right? Last year was Justin Fields and also Andy Dalton, the combination of the two of them. Years before that, Mitchell Trubisky. The biggest thing to understand and remember is that they are different style quarterbacks. So when you're taking a look at Justin Fields, a guy like him who throws deep more, and a guy like him who can benefit from guys catching the football and getting yards after the catch, that doesn't really align with the type of receiver Allen Robinson is, right? That's more Darnell Mooney, which is why Mooney and Fields were on the same page and were consistently producing better numbers than Fields and A-Rob. You take a look at Mitch, he really excelled with those possession receivers in the middle of the field because he wasn't accurate enough to throw deep consistently, and you saw he thrived with Allen Robinson. So that's number one, is that there was a clear shift in terms of the type of quarterbacks the Bears dealing with, and you can't tell me that doesn't have a huge impact on receiver production. Number two, the fact is, Allen Robinson last year, no matter how much you want to defend him, did not have his best season in terms of not even just the numbers, obviously, because they were not even that great, but effort. And we're talking about the drops, right? Allen Robinson had drops in the end zone. Those touchdowns he dropped, like we had seen uncharacteristic drops from him last season. And that wasn't, the coaching staff telling him, hey, Rob, don't catch that. That wasn't on the quarterback. Those throws were perfect. Coaching staff schemed A-Rob, or A-Rob got open. He just didn't make the play. So that's number two. A-Rob didn't make plays that he was used to making. And we saw that last season, right? And in terms of, him getting and making the plays that we see him routinely make. And finally, number three, all right? The Bears, yes, absolutely did not pay Allen Robinson the money that he wanted. He wanted that long contract extension. But here's the thing, folks. I don't see the benefit of them doing that and then, not letting A-Rob help the team out because it ended up getting them fired. So you're telling me the Bears sabotaged Allen Robinson and they said, let's not throw him the football and we're going to lose games and I'll get fired. So that doesn't really make sense to me. I think it was just a combination of a number of things like I mentioned, which is obviously the quarterback change and A-Rob not playing as well. Do I think they could have done a little bit more to scheme and get the ball to A-Rob more? Yes, I could. But I think the number one thing is the quarterback fit. With Andy Dalton, Allen Robinson was putting up better numbers. With Justin Fields, he wasn't. So that's why I've been telling you guys, I don't believe A-Rob stays because he's just not the type of receiver that thrives with a guy like Justin Fields. You need to have the offense fit around the quarterback, and that's just not what's happening right now with A-Rob. I still like him. He's extremely talented, but we know he's not a top 5 receiver in the league. He's probably in that top 10, top 15 category, but not top 5, but still a damn good receiver. But some guys just aren't a good fit for what, their quarterback can provide for them. So to me, that's really what it is, a combination of things. I don't think the Bears actively tried to sabotage Allen Robinson because if they did, it was the dumbest thing ever. It got themselves fired, right? But I do think they could have done a better job of getting him the football more. And I think A-Rob could have done a better job and given better effort than he did last season. I think everybody just kind of mailed it in at the end because everybody knew their fates, and it was just a combination right there. And finally, the quarterback thing. So let me know what you guys think. Did the Bears sabotage Allen Robinson? Leave a comment down below as always.